Okay, let's try this again. I was recording and it was choppy and there was a lot of distractions and I didn't really even like it, so we're doing it all over. So that's why everything is already filled out, but we will definitely go over it. Yeah, so thanks for picking my video to watch today. I guess a little background. We are a family of 7 that recently moved to the Texas area from Oregon. Oregon Ducks are playing today against Colorado, just FYI. And yeah, so myself and my husband work regular full-time W-2 jobs, and that is what we budget. I am a bi-weekly budgeter. And yeah, so today, let's see. So I haven't done my budget or any check-ins since the 12th. And I was going to do this budget yesterday, Friday the 22nd, but that didn't happen. So it is Saturday the 23rd. Yeah, life has just been lifing. We've had a lot of schoolwork with one of my sons, so that took up a lot of our time during the day. I'm exhausted by 8 o'clock, not getting it, And then yeah, had some Braxton Hicks days that definitely put me out, and last weekend, so that was fun. So anyways, we're doing our check-in for last week. I didn't close out. Let's explain this. Okay, the new budget starts the 15th. I didn't close out the week of the 8th, the prior week. The money's already gone. Everything's allocated. There's only one thing that came out of our credit card, which was our water and garbage. So I just highlighted it. Maybe I'll do it in this one actually. Just highlighted it to make sure I go back and pay this credit card for this payment. Okay. All right, so our income for the pay period is the same, $37.50. My husband got paid first, and then I got paid. Yes, the little categories and everything is all messed up. That's fine though. Okay. And yeah, and then my little math area. So $37.50 is our income minus this week, which is $575 of expected bills, giving us $31.75. But then we bi-weekly budget, so we'll be budgeting next week's also, so which is $557, giving us a leftover of $26.18. Yeah, so I'm completely new to sinking funds, mostly. So in this video, I think I will try to add this $26.18 into the sinking funds. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't done it before, so we'll see. Maybe I'll split it up into a different video if it takes me too long, but I'll let you guys. You'll see. Anyways, okay, so I wrote down our expenses over here and put the categories that go in, and like I said, I already recorded this once, so they're already on here. So our budget was our boys' allowance at 40, which that's what it was. Our weekend money for last weekend, which we had spent $138.10, and it's a budgeted of $100. Our gas last week was budgeted $100, only spent $66.51. Oh my gosh. Okay. Our home internet was at 90. Our food for the week, we budget the $200, and we actually underspent. We spent $163.87. If you're new or anything really, I have a huge dilemma with our food budget. I don't think we're budgeting enough, or I need to separate the categories of like groceries to make food here at home, or restaurants or eating out, dining out pretty much. So being under budget is really nice, but I think it's because I was just pretty much out of commission. So everybody was pretty much walking on eggshells around the house. So everybody just kind of ate whatever was at home. And if they did go out, they kind of just did their own thing, kind of left me alone. So it's good that we stayed under budget. Our Spotify came out and we pay back a credit card. So I'm just doing the full $20. I think it's only actually $17.99 or something like that, but that's fine. And then our auto save, which is through our bank, is the $25. So all in all, we did budget for $575 of bills or expenses, and we only came in to $543.48, which again, it's so rare for us to be under budget. We are usually over budget quite a bit. So like this was the first pay period of September. Food, $462 when we only budgeted for $200. And our total bill expenses budgeted was $740, and we came in at $1,015. So, and that's kind of been our pattern. So this is really nice to be under by $30. That's great. So yeah, we only filled up once. Our weekend consisted of some, I'm just looking over here at the expenses. Our weekend consisted of some Saturday donuts and coffee with some lunch from Burger King. And then on Sunday, which I think was football again, we had Buffalo Wild Wings for a snack or dinner, I think. We trimmed a bush or cut a bush out. So we had to rent a tool. So that's what that is. And then, oh, well, that's fine. Oh, no, this is wrong. Okay, whatever. Panda's not on the 18th. It was on the 17th. So I took it out of the weekend. This is a new one. $252 for one of my doctor's appointments. And then during the week, food, some Walmart, some 7-Eleven, and another Walmart trip. So all in all, pretty much good. Yeah, I don't think I anticipated for anything else to go on, but I think this is what I'm going to do for our cards that we have to pay back. So our internet and our Spotify come out of specific credit cards, and I usually forget to pay them back, even though we have the money. So I'm going to circle them or highlight them, and then once I actually pay them, which I should just do it now, is then check them off like I do usually on our expense sheet. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I don't like when I pre-record it and just have to explain it, because it takes, I don't know, all the wonderment, I guess, out of it. And I'm so awkward because everybody is home. And I don't like recording when everybody's home and can hear me, or they know I'm down here doing this. I don't know. I'm a very shy extrovert, I guess. But yeah, so last week, I guess, was really good. Nice. Okay. So here is where it kind of gets iffy. Let's just go ahead and do the sinking funds. I'm at 11 minutes, but I think I can cut it down. So let's see if this doesn't take more than 10 minutes maybe. But anyways. Okay. So these are my sinking funds. This is, so like I've explained, or let me explain. We're new to sinking funds. I've tried it before, cash stuffing, but everything is direct deposit for us. We are debit card and credit card people, or users. So it was a hassle taking out the cash, putting it back, taking, you know, so whatever. But now, since we've moved, our expenses are a little different here. Our expenses are a little different. We have new expenses. We're adding another baby to the mix. So we needed to be better about our leftover money. In the past, we would just kind of spend it and not really track it. I would write it down on my expense sheet, but there's no category for it. It's just, oh, cool. You know, we randomly spent X amount of dollars a week, which this is our leftover, the $26.18, and more than half of that we would spend on just random taquitos. So, I wanted to hone everything in and make categories that I saw that we were spending a lot in. And so I did that. And I'll plug in my first sinking fund video. If you're new to sinking funds, or you're still like figuring it out or whatever, you can see that one. But so I did them, and then off camera, I thought about it, and I don't think the amounts that I put on were accurate, or even some of the categories. So this is what I'm going to do, I think. Instead of having, so this is like week 1 and week 2 of the second pay period. Instead of having my expense tracker here, or maybe I'll keep it here, and then I'll add my sinking funds. I'm not sure about the layout yet, but so we went ahead and did our sinking fund for our house, which I do have a sinking fund already for it, and I have 2 months ahead. We have an emergency fund for our bills, and I believe we're also 2 months ahead in there. So I'd like to keep growing those, especially with baby coming in December. I might be taking some time off, and so it'd just be nice to have a little bit of money to cover those. I don't think I'm going to take the full 3 months. So even if we just kept these going at 2 months, that's totally fine. For my daughter, my toddler that I have now, her sinking fund and the stuff that she uses, our dogs, household items, new baby, haircuts for the boys, our date nights, which is either myself and my husband or the whole family. My beauty fund, gifts for outside of my little family, and our coffee trips. I'm not doing unbudgeted items because I think unbudgeted I'm just going to take out from our buffer. So we usually always have $1,000 buffer. So that's where those things are going to come out of. And yeah, then, yeah. Well, I guess I did do a repay your buffer fund, but so this is kind of how I broke it down, and I know it looks really crazy. I want to clean it up. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are our musts. This, everything here is nothing that we have to save for, like where you don't have to do any of these things. So I think in total, all of this comes out to $4,410. And that's because the mortgage is $1,150 each pay period. So yeah. And coffee is pretty up there too. So this is what I think we need a month on these things. Date night. These are the more realistic numbers. Households, we did 100. Dogs, we did 140. My daughter, we did 180. Oh yeah, and then emergency funds is 500, and the house is all right, 1150. And the new baby, let's see, I said 50 for diapers, 30 for wipes, 60 for formula, and 40 for clothes. Oh, yep, so that's 180. I decided to go ahead and do the new baby as what we would actually be spending when she's here. So that definitely is diapers and wipes, clothes, just because they grow out of it so crazy fast, and then formula because normally I will breastfeed for like a month or two, and then my supply dries up. I guess like a side note for any parents or anybody, if anybody knows any tips or tricks to keep your supply going, that would be great. Let me know in the comments, because this is definitely my last baby and I want to try to breastfeed as much as I can. Yeah, not even just to save the $60 a month, just to see if I really can, or if it's just myself not wanting to continue, you know? But anyways, so that equals the 4,000. And then I also put, so I guess this is just in case, so like sinking funds, I don't know, I guess for anything left over. So repaying the buffer if we take anything out from the buffer. And our buffer is usually $1,000, so I'd like to keep it at that. And then we have 2 credit cards right now that we added a balance to during our move, because our move was a little bit over budget. And then I do want to take a vacation in April, just myself and my husband. I want to try to do a weekend or a couple of days in Vegas. We're not big gamblers, so I just more like sightseeing stuff. We'll do probably like a couple hours at the casino to have fun. But we're bored after like the first hour. So, but there's a lot of other things in Vegas that I wanted to try and look at, take pictures. So I wanted to see if there's any room in the budget to try to save that up for that. So if we just do the basics, 4,410. That's such a big number. And if we divide it by 2, because we'll split it between each paycheck. See, this is where I get so mixed up. I wouldn't be splitting it between each paycheck. Well, I could. Right? Because the first paycheck I would have $1,375, and if I minus 2,205 is $970. No, see? And if I do 970 minus 557 equals 413, which doesn't. This is where sinking funds get so confusing for me. Because I could fund half of my sinking fund now. And I guess I could fund probably the other one this pay period. And so I would have it available to use if I needed to after the 13th. This is what makes it so hard. Because I'm thinking this instead of per pay period. I don't know how you sinking funders do it. Okay, well, whatever. I will probably think about that off camera. So 2618 we have left over, and I suppose I can fund all of that towards this. Oh, that's just so annoying. It does not make any sense to me. Okay, well, if we do that, we'll just fund it once, let's just say. And then we're still left with 413. And so I'm thinking with the 413, if I can either split that into 2 and pay each credit card additional, or save a little bit towards vacation. Oh, so hard. You know what? I'm just gonna split it with the credit cards. So this is gonna be $206.50. Okay, and then that will give us 0. Yeah, that's fine, because then I'll fund these and they'll be available in October, which is fine because I don't think I have any more plans in September. Well, that's not true. Well, whatever. Sinking funds is a work in progress. I will figure it out. And yeah, I will probably write it out so it's neater in the layout that I want so you can see, and it will make sense eventually. If you made it through this whole wonky video, thank you. I know I'm all over the place and there's a lot of things going on, and I don't know, I feel like, I guess, forced to do the video because I haven't checked in And I don't know about like the rest of budgeters or whatever, but I feel like I have to be in the right mood to do my budget. So, but yes, thanks. We will definitely catch up. I'll try to do something after the weekend so we close up the weekend and then we get ready for the week, because I think we're gonna do a grocery shop on Monday, not tomorrow. Anyways, sorry, jibber jab for so much jibber jabber and the back and forth and everything, but yeah, hopefully that helps out anybody. The sinking funds, I will get that down and hopefully be better about it. But yeah, thanks so much. Like it, subscribe, comment, anything. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.